One of the biggest mistakes you can make as a YouTuber is be crushing at something, be absolutely annihilating everybody else because you're so good, and then you stop doing that thing that is working for you so well. And so I basically want to share with you a mistake Mark Rober made 2 years ago that it seems is just now realizing is a mistake. Mark Rober is one of my favorite YouTubers. I love his content. I've learned so much just studying his content, which is really cool. But anyways, let's break down what's going on here. See, about 2 years ago, Mark Rober's thumbnails started looking kind of odd. A great example is this one right here. If I zoom in over here, that's not Mark Rober. Like, that is not him. Like, that is a very smooth faced man with a very saturated and crazy looking background behind him. And yeah, basically his thumbnail started looking very, very photoshopped. And this was around the same time when Mr. Beast was very, very hyped. Everybody was glazing him because he is very smart at YouTube. The issue is that a lot of people kind of went into that direction without thinking it through too much. And I believe Mark Rober was one of the people to do that. His thumbnails got very fake looking. It's like it was trying to achieve a Mr. Beast look, but it wasn't being done very well, if that makes sense. A lot of the times the thumbnails look a little bit fake or not realistic, and it just wasn't him. And it's not just me saying this. In a recent podcast, Mark actually acknowledged that he hates most of these thumbnails here, and it's because they're just this Mr. Beastified look, and it could fit him if he did it a certain way, but a lot of these thumbnails just look very off because way too saturated, way too edited. And the mistake that he made is that he stopped using the crazy advantage he had in the beginning, because Mark Rober hopped on YouTube accidentally, like, had an amazing thumbnail style that was insanely optimized. And that style was such a purple cow. It's like you would be scrolling on YouTube and then you would thumbnail like this that looked like somebody just snapped it with their phone, because that's actually what happened. And his realistic style where he just showed the crazy thing he built was such a standout strategy. Like, if you look at all these thumbnails, this is not insane photoshopping going on at all here. Okay, this looks like a camera shot. This looks like an iPhone photo. This looks like a photo on their GoPro. This looks like an iPhone or GoPro photo. Same with this. This is maybe lightly edited, but very like tasteful. You can barely tell. Like, I could believe that he was actually with a shark. But this is his biggest mistake. He had a thumbnail style that was uniquely his, that stood out like crazy, that was insanely realistic, which is great if you're a science creator. And then they made this pivot to this Mr. Beastified designing style. And I feel like since they made that pivot, the thumbnail quality on his channel has dropped quite a bit. Luckily, the team over at Rober has realized this and they are quickly changing this. This thumbnail is a good example. The original thumbnail for this, it would frankly just piss me off. Okay, it was this one right here. It looks so Photoshop, way too perfect. Like, Nah, I did not. Like, whenever I went on Mark's channel, I would just get pissed. And they recently changed it to this one, which looks way more realistic. This is using the Mark Rober original thumbnail style that got him like crazy views on his top videos. What was his top view again? Like 200 million views. Yeah, that's the style I'm talking about. And so it's cool because they are realizing that old style was what they should have done from the beginning instead of changing. As a creator, it's so easy to look at other creators and be jealous because YouTube is very comparative in nature. But before you start trying to emulate other people, their strategies, their styles, get like a clear look at your content, ask other people that you trust if you need to, and make sure that you're not accidentally like throwing away something that is actually a core part of what makes you stand out. So anyways, Mark Rober, love you, love your content. Peace, guys.